It's a different, it's like when you have a train, right? Two trains, you know how a train looks like, and then when you collide, and something comes out of them, but you don't know what it is. So we have masses of things that we don't know.
So they kind of masses.
Yeah, that's what we actually study, and then some people now will be devoted to studying these characters. But it could be that, say you only want a train, right? But just only a train, right? And then you happen that when you let it something similar characters come out. But then someone comes to study this character that no, but when these conditions are happening, second one from right, you can see there's a man working there or something. It's a pity that they don't have this other nice picture just to show why this thing is actually taking long. So my team is currently with the Talcal calorimeter. I'll just explain what a calorimeter is. So they have these drawers, they call them drawers. I think there's about 6 of them. So they're replacing and testing. They started this thing last year, towards the end of the year. They just finished one drawer now. So that's why it's going to take so long, because you test and then you realize that another is a wire that's probably messed up and someone has to fix that wire. And you're working with something that's so big, so it's cutting up and down, and there's not enough manpower, so that's also why it will take so long. And that's just for Atlas. There's CMS, and there's NHC. So there's also dedicated so there's a lot of this people busy and that's why it takes long. So in calorimeter takes right at the wall when we're going up the stairs or downstairs. We've got different sections. So if we watch about the hadronic calorimeter, what that does is it's sort of like a calorimeter is built to say when something passes with a certain amount of energy, it leaves a track. It's like when you go hunting, you don't know what's in the forest. But because you know the characters, let's say the claws of an elephant, you'll be able to study them. Okay, an elephant has been walking there. That was a lion, whatever. That's what we do as well. We already know the energies of electrons, of protons, and whatever. So we use those. We say if something with this amount of energy can leave a track along this part of the detector, it must be a hadron. Hadrons, for example, is a proton. But then if it leaves a track along this part of the detector, it must be an electron, because only an electron can reach that energy. Otherwise, it's either it's going to continue or it reaches part 4, maybe the electromagnetic calorimeter. So you grab that energy and then you study that, right? You can calculate the velocities, how were they accelerating for the collisions and all of that, but you eventually get to the mass, right? Now, when you look at that mass, that's when you're going to say, so when these things come together, this mass, we have something, let's say maybe, I'm just going to use kilograms because we use GeVs, and it's a way to measure masses in terms of energies and particle physicists. So we'll be like, okay, every time these two things come together, at maybe 20 kilograms, we see something at this mass range. There's something with 20 kgs all the time. Maybe after 20 years, they get like a peak or pick at a certain mass range. So now someone is going to study that and say, what is this? Is this just a bunch of randomness, or is it really something that we're missing out there? And it happens that sometimes it's contaminated. So I was just making an example now, like colliding 2 trains. If you are so determined that when you collide 2 trains, something comes out of it with similar characteristics all the time, and then you realize that there were people in the train that you didn't account for. So now you want to remove those people because you don't want them in your data, you only want 2 trains. So that's what's happening at LHC. You collide, no, but this is not what I want. Because for me, I'm only looking at, we say it's like a twin of intermediate, say, then finally you see 4 electrons, 4 leptons, like electrons and muons. But then when you look at that, so like these leptons, we say they're isolated, they don't like fun. They just love chilling alone. But then when you look at the energies, you're like, there's so much energy happening here, there's a lot of parties happening here, then that means that some unwanted guests came. So now someone has to clean that because you only want, leptons. So then this means that you can't then say that there is something that looks like heat switch decays to this, because at the end of what we're looking at, it was contaminated. And then you try to clean it, and then maybe you look at data for 2018, looks great, it's what you want. Go to 2017, what you want. 2016, oops, not what I want. So then that...
Or is it always like hard?
It's just constant, yeah.
Science-minded. How I got through the sciences.
Actually, this building also it extended to this hall, but then now it has been turned to offices for Atlas, one of the experiments. So at least people will find them there. So it is really safe because people working there every day. It's just that they've reserved this part because that's where the accelerator is for visitors to come in. So when we walk in, it's a bit dark. So if you're not really comfortable with being in dark spaces, just let me know. We'll just chill together outside until the experiment is over.
Europe recovers from World War II. Many eminent scientists have left for the United States. European research is no longer world class. To reconstruct European science, the visionary French physicist and Nobel Prize winner Louis Devoy proposes the creation of a European laboratory that would be both a centre of excellence in physics and a motor for peace. His idea is taken up by American Nobel Prize winner Isidore Radi, who together with Pierre Auger and Eduardo Amaldi convinced UNESCO to adopt this process. 18 months later, 12 European nations formally agreed to create the Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire. The acronym Cern is born. Important decisions are taken in the first sessions of the new council. Geneva is chosen as the seat because of its central location in Europe and its international tradition. 2 accelerators are put forward, the Cyclotron and a much larger machine, the proton synchrotron. A new convention to defined Cern's goal, stating that its research will have no concern with military requirements, and that all its results should be made public. The Cern Convention is signed by 12 nations. Among the signatories are eminent physicists such as Werner Heisenberg. Cern comes into existence. 1954. On a site in Nobel, a small village near Geneva, work for the new laboratory begins. Within a year, the farmland is transformed into a large complex of workshops, offices, and buildings to house the new accelerators. The 5-meter thick walls of the Cyclotron building soon emerge. While the different parts of the new accelerators are manufactured in several European countries. The Cyclotron's magnet coils require particular care to pass through some of the Swiss villages on their way to Nobel. As components arrive, they are assembled with great precision. Everything starts to take shape. The Cyclotron emerges, piece by piece. Some 54 elements are put together for the magnet frame. A total of 2,500 tons of steel. Next, the two 7.2 meter diameter magnet coils are installed. With a current of 1,800 amps, they generate a magnetic field of 2 Tesla. The rectangular vacuum chamber is fixed inside the magnet. A system of large vacuum pumps is installed to evacuate the 25 cubic meter chamber so that protons can circulate unimpeded. This is followed by the installation of 2 D-shaped electrodes inside the vacuum chamber. Together with these electrodes, a radio frequency generator creates the electric fields. That accelerate protons from a source inserted in the center of the vacuum chamber. In summer 1957, the Cyclotron is ready. And Cern's first accelerator comes to life. The purpose of the Cyclotron is to produce and study new particles. Before accelerators were available, such particles could only be observed in cosmic ray experiments. The new machine accelerates protons to 80% the speed of light, producing millions of new particles when those protons collide with a target, giving scientists the opportunity to make systematic measurements. Operation of the SC requires a sequence of actions. Massive pumps extract the air from the vacuum chamber so that protons do not collide with gas molecules during their acceleration. In the proton source, hydrogen gas is ionized and a cloud of protons is injected into the middle of the Cyclotron. The accelerator makes use of magnetic and electric fields. The magnetic field is produced by a current of 1,800 amps flowing through the coils of the huge magnet. 2 D-shaped electrodes with opposite polarity are fixed inside the vacuum chamber in the middle of the magnet. Protons have a positive charge and are drawn towards the negative electrode as they traverse the gap between the electrodes. The magnetic field forces them to follow a circular trajectory, and they return to the gap after 1/2 turn. Meanwhile, the radio frequency generator reverses the polarity between the 2 electrodes. The protons are now attracted to the opposite electrode and gain more energy. This process is repeated over and over again. Every time the protons make a half turn, they are whipped around faster and the radius of their path increases. After more than 100,000 turns, they have reached an energy of 600 million electron volts and move at 80% of the speed of light. They are now close to hitting the target, and the first experiment can begin. In 1957, young scientists from all over Europe arrive. Among them are Maria and Giuseppe Fidegaro. Giuseppe wants to study a short-lived particle called the pion. In 1957, there was a mystery surrounding the pion. Theory predicted that a direct decay into an electron and a neutrino should happen, but this had never been observed.
Phenomenology. Only later on in 1957, when the theory of theory, the problem was that some kind of solid theoretical basis. The moment the absence of the pi decay was very critical. It was essentially a block for the physics to go through. It was felt like a block. And there was at that time, in January 1958, that I thought that was the right moment to put this type of experiment.
Giuseppe and his team set up a clever experiment. The pions are stopped in an apparatus designed to study their subsequent decay. In 1958, only a few hours after they start the experiment, the first pictures show clear evidence for this rare decay.
I can imagine. I was really excited, surprised that can be stopped. I mean, it was something essential. Something I want to see, something for the first time. As I see before.
This first important discovery spread Cern's name around the world. Over the following years, scientists at the SC continued to make many important measurements on particles, atoms, and nuclei. 1967, a new idea takes shape called ISOL, an isotope separation device. Protons from the synchrocyclotron collide with target nuclei that are split into short-lived fragments, which are then rapidly scrutinized in experiments. The study of such short-lived nuclei with too many or too few neutrons helps to understand how heavy elements are produced in exploding stars. The synchrocyclotron accelerates its last beams in December 1990. After 33 years of an exceptionally long and successful career, the SC is retired.
We felt that the Cyclotron had worked very well and much more longer beautifully, even it was much more older than we would ever expected. Because we knew that the field of physics exploded, because in the 17 years it must explode and many different fields, and that is very useful.
Following the synchrocyclotron's construction, Cern built bigger and bigger accelerators. The proton synchrotron, the intersecting storage rings, the superproton synchrotron, the large electron-positron collider, and the large hadron collider. Many important achievements were made, some of them being rewarded with the Nobel Prize. The drift chamber, which revolutionized particle detection. The cooling of particle beams. The discovery of the carriers of the weak interaction. And the Higgs boson, which proves the existence of the Brout-Englert Higgs field. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee, while working at Cern, created the World Wide Web, which has since changed our world forever. The Large Hadron Collider will continue to run at higher energy and higher intensity, with more than 11,000 scientists from over 100 nationalities, hoping for new insights into the secrets of the universe.
I think that the curiosity and the need to do research inside is a part of our humanity, so there will be always a set. So there will be set in the future.
What started once as a vision for European science has grown into a unique model for global scientific and technological collaboration. CERN demonstrates how science can unite nations and contribute to a better world.
What they were used for, because engineers who were part of the building the accelerator had since left CERN. However, we still have some physicists that were actually part of the experiment when it started. You saw in the video there was 2 seniors just towards the end. They are still here at CERN, and if you're going to be on campus around the library or the restaurant and one you can't wait to walk into the we're always eager to have a chat with someone. So if you really see them, you want to say anything or ask any question, it's always good to have a chat with them. But that's all we have really, and with some heavy metals, they weigh roughly 70 kg. So the problem is to tighten.
Painkillers.